Welcome back, everybody. This time, we're taking a trip back to the Mesozoic era. We'll be exploring the top 10 dinosaur games of 2025. Before we dive in, though, what kind of dino game gets you going? Are we talking like heart-pounding survival horror, or meticulously building a prehistoric empire? Or maybe you're just here for some good old-fashioned dino mayhem.
All of the above, honestly.
Fair enough. Okay, starting our countdown at number 10 is Reptile Park VR. Now this one, it drops you right into the action. You're the sole survivor of a plane crash, stranded on an island, absolutely crawling with dinosaurs.
Okay, I'm getting some serious Lost World vibes from that.
Totally. Now think about that in VR. Imagine feeling the ground shake as a T-Rex thunders past, or the rush of adrenaline as you're scrambling to hide from a pack of raptors.
Oh, man. I mean, VR is all about that feeling of presence, right? That immersion. When they get it right, it can really transport you to another world. And with dinosaurs, man, that could be incredible.
No, absolutely. The thought of feeling that reptilian breath on my neck in VR, it's both terrifying and exciting at the same time.
For sure. Sign me up.
Right. So Reptile Park VR is coming to various VR platforms, blending action, adventure, and I'm guessing a healthy dose of jump scares.
Gotta have those jump scares.
Oh, definitely. One for the thrill seekers for sure. But what if you prefer your dinos with a side of creeping dread?
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Coming in at number 9 is Deathgroun. This is a solo or co-op survival horror experience, and let me tell you, the AI in this one is something else.
Oh, interesting. What makes the AI so special in Deathgroun?
It's not just about running and gunning in this game. These dinosaurs, they're supposed to actually learn and adapt to your tactics.
Whoa, hold on. Like, they get smarter the more you play.
Exactly. We've seen hints of this in other games, but if Deathgroun really nails it, it could redefine what we expect from AI in survival horror. Imagine being hunted by a pack of raptors that remember your escape routes, anticipate your every move.
Okay, now that is terrifying, like next-level horror stuff right there.
Right. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Deathgroun is set to release on PC and console, so keep your eyes peeled for a release date.
Will do.
Okay, now for something completely different. At number 8, we have Dinolords.
Dinolords. Okay, I'm already curious.
Vikings? Dinosaurs? Medieval warfare? Did I miss anything?
Vikings riding raptors. Please tell me there are Vikings riding raptors.
You know what? I'm not sure, but someone definitely pitched this after a wild night out.
It sounds amazing, but seriously, real-time strategy games, they usually stick to historical battles or like fantastical worlds, right?
Yeah.
But Dinolords is just like throwing those into a prehistoric blender, you know? I gotta see if it works.
Yeah, it's definitely a bold move. And for those who can't wait, it's already available in early access on Steam with a full release plan for next year.
Nice.
All right, next up at number 7, we have FEROCIOUS. And I think the name pretty much says it all, right?
Ferocious, huh? Okay, I'm ready to get ferocious. What's the deal with this one?
Shipwreck survivor. Island overrun by dinosaurs.
Classic.
But wait, there's more. You're also dealing with hostile mercenaries.
Oh, okay, so it's double the danger. Like dinosaurs and humans trying to take you out.
Yeah, that's the hook. Ferocious is going for that old school first-person shooter vibe, which, you know, that genre has seen a huge comeback lately. But will that dual threat be enough to make it stand out from the crowd? It's a crowded market out there.
It's a good question. You gotta have something special to really break through these days.
Absolutely. Ferocious is aiming for a PC release, so FPS fans, keep an eye out. Clocking in at number 6. This one takes us to a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, but with a twist.
Post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Okay, that's a setting I can get behind. What's the twist?
You play as a genetically modified T-Rex.
Wait, what? A T-Rex?
Yeah, and not just any T-Rex. This one's the son of a samurai, roaming through the ruins of human civilization.
Okay, that is wild. I love it. But honestly, can they pull that off? Like a compelling story with a T-Rex samurai protagonist?
It's a big question mark, right? It's a unique premise, that's for sure. I'm really curious to see how they handle the world building and the storytelling.
Same here. It could be amazing or it could be a total train wreck. We'll have to see.
Exactly. This one's also planned for a PC release, so let's not waste any time. Kicking off our top 5, at number 5 we have Light of MOTIRAM. This one really piqued my curiosity. What about you? What caught your eye with this one?
Well, it's free to play, right? Which always makes you wonder, like, what's the catch? But beyond that, the setting itself sounds really intriguing. You've got these colossal machines roaming around, and you're not just trying to survive, you're also building your base and like advancing technology. And then there's these mechanimals, these creatures you can train and apparently coexist with.
Mechanimals, huh? I don't think I've heard that one before.
Yeah, it's a new one for me too.
It definitely sounds like they're going for a different vibe than some of the other more traditional dinosaur games we've seen. Do you think that kind of like genre bending will work in their favor?
I mean, it's hard to say for sure. Innovation can be risky, but sometimes it pays off big time. It'll be interesting to see how they balance those classic survival game elements with these more unconventional ideas.
Yeah, for sure. Light of MOTIRAM is coming to PC, and being free to play, I mean, it's definitely worth checking out. But maybe you're in the mood for something a little more classic. A little more, shall we say, old school survival horror.
Ooh, I'm always down for some good survival horror.
Well, then number 4 on our list might be right up your alley. We're talking about PALEOPHAGE. What's grabbing you about this one?
It's got to be the dual character campaign. That always gets me interested. You play as 2 different characters, and they each have their own challenges and threats they're dealing with. We've seen that mechanic work really well in other games to add depth to the story and the gameplay.
Yeah, I can see that. Like maybe you switch back and forth between the characters at key moments, or maybe their stories like intertwine in unexpected ways.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of potential there to create a really engaging and multi-layered experience.
And I'm always a sucker for a good story. That dual character campaign definitely hints at some interesting possibilities on that front. Do you think they'll lean into that psychological aspect of survival horror at all?
Well, they do mention a sense of vulnerability and isolation in the description, so I wouldn't be surprised if they explore, the psychological toll of being stranded in a prehistoric world. Imagine having to make tough choices that affect both of your characters, knowing that every decision could mean life or death.
That's intense. That's a real dilemma right there. PALEOPHAGE is also coming to PC, so survival horror fans, add that one to your wish list. Okay, let's switch gears again. Coming in at number 3 is The Lost Wild, and this one seems to be taking a more, how should I put it? A more cerebral approach to the survival genre.
Cerebral. Okay, I'm listening.
Instead of all-out combat, The Lost Wild really emphasizes evasion and observation. You're trapped in this overgrown research facility, and your goal is to outsmart the dinosaurs, not just blast them away.
Oh, interesting. So it's more about stealth and strategy, like using your brain instead of your brawn.
Exactly. It sounds like a game that rewards patience, planning, and a healthy dose of fear.
I like it. So many dinosaur games focus on that, like thrill of the hunt, But this one seems to tap into a different kind of primal fear, the fear of being hunted.
Right. I'm already feeling the tension just thinking about it. The Lost Wild is also planned for a PC release. Definitely one to watch. All right, and now we're down to the wire. The top 2 most anticipated dinosaur games of 2025. At number 2, it's a name that's sure to send shivers down your spine. Jurassic Park Survival.
Oh man, Jurassic Park, that's taking me back. Instant nostalgia.
Right. This one drops us right back on Isla Nublar. But there's a twist. It's set the day after the events of the original 1993 film.
Whoa, so you're experiencing the aftermath of the park's collapse.
Yep. Imagine trying to survive amidst the chaos with all those dinosaurs on the loose.
That's heavy. It's like a dream come true for fans of the original, But can they really capture that same magic, that sense of wonder, or will it just be another cash grab?
It's a high bar to clear, for sure. The original Jurassic Park was groundbreaking, and it holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason.
But this game could offer a new perspective on a familiar story, letting players actually step into the shoes of a survivor. And, let's be honest, who isn't hoping for some cameos and Easter eggs?
Oh, for sure. Gotta have those Easter eggs.
I'm hoping for at least a glimpse of the iconic Jeep, or maybe a terrifying encounter with the T-Rex. Jurassic Park Survival is planned for PC, and yeah, I think it's safe to say it's going to be a huge hit with fans of the franchise. All right, and now for the grand finale, the game that's been generating all the hype, the one that could potentially redefine the survival genre as we know it. At number 1, it's ARK2.
ARK2! Oh man, this sequel has been a long time coming. And from what I've seen, it looks like they're going all out. Bigger world, more dinosaurs, advanced crafting systems, and a story-driven campaign featuring, get this, a Hollywood A-lister.
Yeah, they are not messing around. And the graphics, I mean, have you seen them? They're insane. They're really pushing the limits of what's visually possible, creating a world that feels truly immersive and alive. But beyond the tech stuff, I'm curious about the story. Can they actually deliver a narrative that's engaging and meaningful, within a survival game?
Yeah, that's the big question mark for me. Survival games, they often focus on that emergent gameplay where players create their own stories through their actions and interactions. But with ARRK, they seem to be aiming for something more cinematic, more narrative-driven. I guess we'll have to wait and see how they strike that balance.
It's definitely a bold move. I'm excited to see how it turns out. ARRK 2 will be hitting PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, so it'll be accessible to a pretty wide audience. With so many incredible games coming out, what kind of dinosaur experience are you most excited for? What kind of prehistoric adventure will capture your imagination? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, share your hopes, your dreams, your wildest dino fantasies.
Exactly. And until next time, keep exploring, keep gaming, and never stop being curious about the world around you, even the parts that are millions of years old.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this prehistoric journey.